thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's encouraging. Actually, I had a very encouraging thing happen, something special. Just as I pulled into the show, I took a cab, although I have a new car. I took a cab, and the driver pointed out, right as we parked outside the hall here, that the odometer rolled over to 100,000 miles, right as we stopped. I think that's a good omen, isn't it? I also think there was a quicker way to get here. But I got a chance to see a lot of the city. Do you feel a compunction to talk to the cab driver? Don't you? You want to let him know he's just not hauling freight around. Right, but what do you say? You know, oh, nice back seat. You know, that hair looks pretty nice from back here. You know, I guess if you're in England, it's over here. But, you know, I guess the most obvious thing to say to a cab driver is, has it been a busy night? But aren't you afraid that translates to him as, how much cash exactly are you carrying? Conversations are tough all the way around. People expect you to have ESP. You ever talk to someone in the middle of a sentence, they go, oh, what was I going to say? I don't know, I could take a shot at it, but the odds, you know, there's just so many possibilities. Can I buy a vowel? People say that you're crazy if you talk to yourself. Think this is true? No, it's more what you say, isn't it? Yeah, there's a pretty big difference between, gee, where'd I put my car keys, and I am Satan's favorite pastime. People say you're crazy if you answer yourself. Well, maybe so. But I think you're definitely crazy if you answer incorrectly. Is this my house? No. Mine's across the street. Well, I just about recently went crazy looking for a new car. I bought a new car. Anybody gone through this emotional crucible of buying a new car? Unbelievable, isn't it? Stuff will make you feel so bad for doing what you're supposed to do. Once you shop around, leave the showroom, compare. But they're trained to ask you this question. What will it take to keep you here in the showroom? Well, first of all, let go of my leg. And most of all, car salesmen want to know, are you willing to buy today? Right? Because if you're willing to buy today, we're going to give you a great deal. Every other day of the year, we're going to wring every dollar we possibly can out of you, but today. And you know, now did you pay the sticker price? You know, we're not supposed to pay the sticker price. We know that, they know that we know that. So they ask for the moon on a car. You know, they say, well, we'll put that outside on the car, maybe someone will pay it. So you cannot pay that full price. You got to say, all right, I'm willing to buy today, but I'll only pay this much right down here. And then the drama begins, and this is where the guy earns his butt by moving this as close as he can to being up here, right? And he starts by saying, hey, I can't work with this. You got to give me something to work with. Show me you're trying to buy it. I can't go to my boss with this. You'll rip my head off and spit in my throat. Give me something to work with. And you go, no, go get spit on. That's all I'm paying. And then the real battle begins. They try and wear you down emotionally and physically. They make you wait as if they have 100 people buying a car that minute. They leave for 45 minutes. They want you to sit there and go, oh, I made a ridiculous offer. And just when you're, weeping and disrobing, he comes back. You know, it was pure hell, but they wouldn't go for it. You know, you're just going to have to offer more money. And then you say, well, I guess that's all I'm going to pay. I guess I'll go to another dealer. Wait. He says, if we know you're going to go, maybe that'll make the difference. And then he leaves, and they bring in somebody else. He's not working out. So they bring in a new guy to try and wear you down. The next guy comes in with this real patronizing attitude. You know, he comes in like this. He goes, all right, who's trying to steal a car? Where's your gun, fella? Now I'm going to reach inside my coat here, very slowly, but I want to show you something. The invoice. Now, no one's supposed to see this. But it's all fingered up and dog-eared, you know. So you tell him to go away, and then they'll bring in the last guy, Mr. Sincerity, the sales manager, right? He's the last one, the stopper. He comes in, he goes, do you want to buy the car? Because I want to sell the car. Do you want to buy the car? You know what got me to buy the car? The guy said, all right, I'll sell you the car at that price. I'm going to kick myself in the pants for doing it. I said, that's the bonus I was looking for. Now here's the sad part. I have since got an accident in my new car. Unbelievable. I was hit from behind in my brand new car. This is the worst feeling in the world. Anybody out of applause who's been hit from behind? Unbelievable. This is what happens, right? Someone stopped in the fast lane in front of me suddenly, and I stopped in time. I go, oh, thank God I made it. And then you look in your rearview mirror, and what you see is an 8-inch by 2-inch horror film that there's just no editing, no commercials, you're involved, you know. And so now I'm dealing with my auto insurance company, and boy, talk about value for your dollar. Auto insurance. You know what? I'm paying $1,100 a year for auto insurance in this town. Apparently this town is second only to Beirut in risk. And see these guys. And see, someone saying that's cheap, you know? And you know what I have? You know what really ticks me off? You know what I have that's realistically to show for that $1,100? A potholder with my insurance agent's name on it. It's in a safe deposit box. You can't get to it. Well, you're saying it's cheap. I thought I was a bad shopper. I've learned a couple things about shopping. I know you've got to be in a good mood when you go clothes shopping. You know, if you're depressed and you go clothes shopping, I think you're going to make some choices you regret. If you walk in depressed, you'll say, can I see something in a dark robe with a hood? I need something to wear around the trip. But I've learned this about shopping. I will not look in the paper to see where I could have bought something cheaper after I bought it. I stopped doing this. It's a very cruel thing to do. You know what the logic behind this is? You know, I bet I was an idiot to pay the price I did for that. Let me see if I can find some evidence to support my theory. Now, I'm sure I was a loser if I can just find the proof here. Success, I'm a dick. I don't know. That's cruel to yourself. I was cruel to my cat recently. Well, at least I had that perspective that I was cruel to my cat. I could have said I had a great day. No, I tried to teach my cat a lesson. My cat hurt me, I hurt it back. Not that much, a little choke. Yeah, it was enough to make his ears go back into that fight mode. When you let go, you're going to pay. I think one ear means they're confused. But see, it gave me this little scratch, so I gave it a little squeeze, you know. Yeah, enough to get a... And, understand, I did not get up in the morning and go, you know, today would be a great day to choke the cat. I did it to teach the cat a lesson about how much can a cat understand. Not very much, not even with lots of charts and diagrams. I'm sure that cat thought, hey, we were playing, and then you started choking me. But you know what really ticked me off was that it kept on playing. I've got this thing throttled, and it's trying to bite my thumb. So this was just gasoline on the fire. You know, I said, okay, kitty, you want to rock and roll? No problemo. I'll show you who's at the top of the food chain. I got a towel. I didn't know it was loaded. It went off. I hit the cat right in the face. And the cat ran away, and rightly so, and this is why I started by saying it was cruel to my cat. Because I thought about this. You know, for a cat to get hit with a towel in the face, proportionately, that's the same as one of us getting popped with a camping tent. Oh, geez, that zipper really hurt, fella. Some people don't like cats. And rightly so, cats are mean. In the issue of a mouse, any other animal in the world comes across a mouse, that mouse is either dead or free within 30 seconds. But a cat goes, oh, we're going to have a busy afternoon, Mr. Mousy. I'd be canceling your future appointments. Go ahead, run for the phone. But I like cats. I think they're fun. You know what? I like to play with them with the water paper. Isn't that fun? You know, water paper at the end of a string? Isn't that? You know, you dangle that water paper around. You have no idea this works, do you, kitty? I don't care. That's fun. But they don't even need us to play with that water paper. You know, if they want that water paper to move, they'll make it move themselves. You ever notice that? They'll go, that water paper isn't moving. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Hey, hey. What's their frame of reference here, you know? Inanimate objects can sneak up on them, apparently. Isn't it? Have you noticed you start to grunt as an adult? Kids don't grunt. You never see a 6-year-old kid go, are those my marbles? Yep, those are them, all right. You got them, never dropping those again. You know, I think I pulled a muscle playing tag this morning. You know, after breakfast, I just want to take a nap. No, leave those cartoons on. I'm watching that. That's wow. I just moved to L.A. and moved in with my girlfriend, and does it really matter in your life? My girlfriend and I have a pretty mature relationship. I think we do a lot of role playing. In any well-rounded relationship, you have these things, don't you? Where you fall into parent, child, teacher, student, and of course my favorite, prisoner warden's wife. We had an argument the other day. We had an argument the other day, my girlfriend and I think you'll take my side on this. You know, I said to her, I prefer that when you put in a new roll of toilet paper, that you put it so the paper drapes over the top. That's how they do it in hotels, and they're in the business. I said to her, I prefer that you put it over the top rather than hang from underneath. And you know what she said? She said, I'd prefer a man with more on his mind. since then I've started reading. Well, actually listen to books on cassettes, but still you get the story. And you don't have to pronounce those tricky last names. Do you do that when you read? You just announce the initial? Oh, that's that K guy. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm glad I'm not in a singles life right now because it's tough, you know, to meet somebody these days. And boy, and you get horror stories. I think the worst experience I ever had dating was one night I spent the night with this gal. That's not the bad part. But the first night I was with her, she got a phone call about 2 o'clock in the morning. She goes, "Oh, hi, Liz. I can't talk right now. I'm busy." Well, I'd certainly hope so. She goes, "No, I'm not going to tell you who it is." Guess. No. No, not them. No. No. Oh, I wish. No. I gave her a gift certificate to Planned Parenthood. It may be cruel, but we're cruel to ourselves. We are. You know, we look in the paper to see where we could have bought stuff cheaper. And I'm the kind of person, not as many people do this, I relive emotional pain. For no reason whatsoever. Do you do this? Like, let's say, as an example, you made a jerk of yourself at a party. Just for the sake of argument, let's say it happened once. I'm the kind of person that relive that anxiety all by myself the next morning down the street. You know, I'll be walking and go, "Oh, last night that party was pretty cool, but I was a jerk." Why do we do this? You know, we don't relive physical pain. In the morning, you don't get up and go, "You know, last night that stove was hot." Ah, it still is. But some of us will relive emotional pain in its entirety at our leisure. What's the point there? And what's the point of setting your alarm clock 10, 15 minutes fast in the morning if you know? What is it? Do you like a little subtraction in the morning you just started? Is that it? That must be it, yeah. Oh, no coffee for me. Just some simple arithmetic, thank you. Some cream. It's like you're playing joking yourself in the morning, which is a great way to start the day, actually. Can you think of a better way? Monday morning, gotta go to work, that alarm goes up. Ah, geez, I gotta... Now, wait a minute, it's not that late. Turn it around! I can't breathe! And snooze alarms. What a cruel machine a snooze alarm is. We buy and plug in a machine in the morning to go, "Hey! Hey!" It's like the snooze alarm's going, "Why'd you buy me?" And one distraction on this, do you get mad at inanimate objects? Do you do that? Do you get mad at inanimate objects? I mean, what's the point of this? You know, the worst one, you stub your toe in the bed frame late at night, getting up to use the bathroom, just kind of catch it on the court. Oh, geez, oh, you piece of shit. I'm going to melt you down. You pull any crackers out, I'm going to throw you out of the house. Do you think the bed frame's going, oh. After you leave the room, the rest of the furniture goes, "Play it cool." All right, my name's Milt Abel. Thank you very much.
Milt Abel, ladies and gentlemen. Milt Abel here on our Comedy Tonight special. 20 minutes of unedited comedy from Milt Abel. Stay with us.